Alright, so we back. I did not get fuel. Talked to my overnight manager, and he's like, yo, you have enough to make it. If you run out of DEF, it'll be like 40 miles an hour you can drive. Just try to get there. I think the day shift person took the fucking fuel card, and I got off on an exit because it said fuel. That shit was nowhere to be fucking found. So I turned my ass right around, and then they started trying to take me down these small little residential areas. I was like, no, thank you, no fucking thank you. So I U-turned and was like, no, not me, not me. So we got about an hour to our location. So I figured might as well jump back on live. I was answering a lot of questions. I was having a lot of fun. It's always when you're having the most fun on live is when something happens and you have to get off live. That's like the worst fucking feeling ever. And it's pretty late too, so I know it's annoying. Also, I have my engine coolant level critically low. Just need some fucking coolant. And my DEF light is on. So if you hear that noise in the background, it's just this shit being fucking stupid. I don't know why it's doing that. I drove this shit for 12 and a half hours yesterday, had no fucking issues. But for some reason, we have issues tonight. So it's all good. We're going to get to our hub. And when we get to our hub, we'll drop off this load and we will fuel up. And I will go to the service shop and get them to put some coolant in the truck because I'm not about to listen to this shit all fucking night. But yeah, I'm here to answer any questions you guys got about trucking, cars, anything. Really, just talk and communicate. That's why I'm doing these live streams, is to be more, grow with you guys, grow the channel, have a community, of loyal supporters, and just overall have fun. You know what I mean? Just have fun and enjoy myself. I did a POV video yesterday, a full day in the life of a trucker. That video is going to be super long, but entertaining. I definitely said a lot of shit on there, so I got to edit some of that stuff out because I feel like it might be a little too raw, a little too much. But this is trucking, I mean? Trucking is what it is. Hopefully the noise in the background ain't too much. Sorry if it is. I could put the camera over there, but then I can't read any questions, and that defeats the purpose of going live. So I see I got one person on here. What's going on? How you feeling tonight? Let me know. I mean, what you doing? I know it's a little late too, so a lot of people won't be on here. That's why I like to do these lives either at nighttime or early in the morning. Well, when I first start my shift, because it's an easy way to talk to everybody for an hour, kill some time. Because what you'll learn with trucking, especially doing overnights, is if you can talk to somebody, the night flies by. And if you're just here by yourself, not doing shit, it drags ass. And I mean, you can only listen to so many podcasts, so many videos before you're just like over it. You know what I mean? So I've been watching a lot of Israel Pateta or whatever. And he's fucking so funny. Those cold approach videos, just asking girls random shit, it's just fucking so funny to me. So, I've been on here just watching them on my free time just because it's entertaining and it's funny as hell. And I feel like if it's funny and it's entertaining and I actually get a laugh out of it, then you know what? It's cool. I'm already working. I'm already chasing my purpose. So why not enjoy myself a little bit? Why not have a little bit of fun? You know what I mean? What's good, y'all? I got a hot shot load right now. A hot shot load means that this load has to get to a terminal at a specific time. So you really can't fuck around and bullshit. You really got to be on point, really on top of the shit, really getting after it. And, yeah, about to pop me a Zeno, which I quit for 7 days. And I had withdrawals. I couldn't fall asleep. I was waking up in sweats. It was fucking gnarly. And then I got upset about something and picked the pack up. So I got to quit these shits again. This will probably be my last packs. Just because I feel like I don't fucking need them. But, damn. Try to get some people up in this live. We had like 10 people earlier. That was pretty cool. asking questions, and that was really fun. Hey, Preston, what's up? How is the doubles at FedEx treating you? Pretty good. I got a hot shot right now, brother. Hot shot means that I got to get this load at a specific time, but my engine coolant level is low, so that's what's going on in the background. And my DEF light came on. And for some reason, the boss doesn't want anybody in the day to fuel up the trucks. That's just to be the night guys. The night guys are supposed to do it. He's like, yo, she runs them so fucking hard. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, fuel the fuck up, because now you're putting me in a position where I got to take this fucking hot load, and if I gas the fuck out, dumbass, that's on her. But they will always blame me. That's the thing with trucking. They always blame the trucker no matter what. Whoever is in that truck when that shit happens, they blaming you. But doubles have been cool. I don't work for FedEx. I work for S&T Trucking Inc. I pull freight for FedEx. They also pull freight for Tire Rack and Home Depot and a bunch of shit. But it's cool. I have the FedEx account, so that's all I do is the FedEx account. But it's chilling. I like it, you know. Now that I've gotten good at it, now that I know how to hook up really fast and set up really fast, and I know what terminals I'm going to, I know what the hell's going on. It's not too bad. You know, it's not too bad. And I know I got a heavy load because I got an empty in the rear and just one load. And this shit is pulling so long. Congratulations, brother. Wish the best for you in your trucking journey. And just be patient, work your ass off to pass your test. And once you do, you'll get a chance. And then, like I always tell y'all, go with that Class B job just to get your foot in the door, make some money. I mean, it's very hard in today's age to go to a job with just a high school diploma, no trade, and make $28, $30 an hour. You know, so to be able to do that with a commercial license is pretty good. Plus, you home every day. And you know what? It isn't a lot of money, but if you do overtime, work your ass off, you can touch six figures and get close to it. But you know what? That's good money. And don't let these motherfuckers lie to you out here. It's good money to start. I've never tell somebody, yo, you should be a truck driver and this is it. Like, you got to expand, you know? Like, I'm working nights. I just told my boss I'll work 6, 7 days a week and she'll let me. But I'm also trying to find a trucking job during the day. And I'm also doing side hustles, and I'm making YouTube videos. I'm trying to max out everything. My goal is $2,000 bring home a week. And once I get to that 2K, I'm trying to push for 3K. Why? Not to go fuck girls and fucking go on vacation. Fuck no. It's because it's putting my purpose before pleasure and really focusing on, yo, what do I want to do in my life? I want to make more money. Well, what do I want to do with money? I want to save money. Well, how do you do that? Well, if you're only making $1,200 or $1,100 a week, which is decent money, but you got bills, car note, insurance, you know, rent. Before you know it, it really is like you're not saving anything. And if you're not saving anything, what the fuck are you doing, right? So my goal is if I can make $2,000 a week, I could save $1,000 a week. In 1 month, I saved $4,000. 2 months, $8,000. 3 months, $12,000. 6 months, $26,000. I got it mapped out. But then I got this crazy itch where I was like, if I could get the 2K, because I started adding shit up, I'm like, I probably could get like 2,300. Then I thought, what could I do to just get $700 more? Then I thought, yo, if I got $3,000 a week and I saved $2,000 a week, bro, that's $8,000 in 1 month. That's $16,000 in 2 months. That's $24,000 in 3 months. That's $48,000 in 6 months. And then that is like, what, $96,000 in 1 year? Holy shit. That's some fucking money. Think about it. If you had $100,000 in your fucking savings account right now, but you also had all your bills paid, you can still get a haircut, still put gas in the car, still get groceries, still go to the gym, still take a girl out on a date, how would you feel, bro? Like, comment, please. Let me know. How would you feel if you had $100K in the bank and every month you were putting $8,000 into it? but you still had money to do whatever the fuck you had to do and pay all your bills. Wouldn't that just be so exciting? What would your life be like, bro? Would you be depressed? Would you be sad? Would you care about that girl that much, bro? You know, like, would you really care? Like, you wouldn't probably give a fuck. It would be fire, right? Like, it's like, bro, would you even care about half the shit you stress right now? No, bro. You know? Like, you wouldn't even give a fuck. And my thing is, I'm like, yo, the girl of my dreams is waiting for me to be the guy that God wants me to be. Right? Wouldn't it be the best feeling in the world to, you know, like say you see the perfect, like a movie, right? You see the perfect girl and you're like, yo, she's so beautiful. I want this girl. I'm going to get her. And you're so confident because you worked so hard and you got money in the bank, bro. Let me get to that comment. Well, let me finish my story. Like, think about this. You see the girl of your dreams, bro. She's perfect. She got the perfect skin, the perfect eyes, the perfect hair, fat ass, perfect teeth, low body count, wifey type chick. And you so confident, you go up to her, you get her, and you do anything you can just to get her on a date. She gives you her time, right? And now you have the opportunity to take her somewhere crazy nice. Not, oh, I took her to a steak dinner. I'm talking about you took her on an adventure, something she feels like was in a fucking movie, to the point she falls crazy in love with you. She's loyal as shit. She got your motherfucking kids. And she sees how fucking, listen, that kind of girl is right there for you. She just wants to see the guy that has the purpose and the drive. That's why the successful people get all the girls. It don't matter if you're tall or good looking, bro. Women get horny to the guy that has that ambition and that drive, right? That's what they respect. That's what they admire. Because at the end of the day, we're protectors and providers. So by doing that with just, I don't know, that thought, or like, think about this. You go into the dealership and go get your dream car. You want a GTR. I want a Nissan Skyline. And you go in to some dealership, who knows, in New York, and you say, that one right there, all black, the black edition. I want that right now. And they laugh at you. Yeah, sure. What's your credit score? And you say, I got $100,000 right now in a 750. And they say, take the fucking car right now. Wouldn't you just feel great? Or go look on the map and say, I love this area. Wow, Florida, Palms, wow. Oh my God. Miami, look at this fucking condo. This shit is so fire. You know what? What if I lived in Miami for 1 year? What would that be like? I got the money. You know what? Maybe I'll go travel to Europe. You know what? Fuck working. I stack so much money. I'm gonna take this $100,000 and I'm gonna go travel and be a backpack guy for 1 year in Europe. And I'm gonna travel to every state and I'm gonna pay for traveling and everything up front. And I'm gonna go to every state: Amsterdam, Sweden, London, Paris, and I'm gonna go out there and live my fucking life and backpack and vlog it. So when I'm 60 years old, I can look back at those vlogs and remember how excited I was and how good I felt. Maybe you fall in love with a girl out there. You know what I mean? So that's why I try to tell y'all, like, this trucking shit is cool, but don't sit there and just get a job. And once you got the job, it's just, that's enough. Oh, I got the job, bro. Like, I'm making good money, man. No, bro, you need to work your ass off. And I said it in the chat earlier, and I'm going to say it again. There's a famous video of Elon Musk. All right, and this is something I want you guys to think about. Okay, then we get into that comment. Ooh, I got the hiccups. He said, if I find something that's going to take me, I'm going to, fuck yeah, bro. So he said, if something takes 1 year to do, I need to complete something. It's going to take 1 year of my life. He said, 40 hours a week. It takes 1 year doing 40 hours a week to complete this goal. He said, if I work 80 hours a week, I complete the goal in 6 months. So 2 times faster than my competitor. He said, but if I work 120 hours a week, I 3x that, and I beat 2 competitors. And now with something that took me a year to do, I did it in 3 months. That's why he's so successful, because if there's 4 quarters in a year, he's completing 4 big goals in 1 year. That could have took the average guy 1 fucking year, 4 years, I'm sorry, 4 years to complete that. He completed it in 1 year. What took you 4 years, almost half a decade to do, this guy did it in 3 months. You know, in a quarter, in 1 year. What took you 4 years took him 1 year. That shit to me is so inspiring. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make over $2,000 a fucking week, but that's my goal. Start small. I'll never forget my first $500. I made my first paycheck. It was $500 I was getting a week, and I felt like I fucking hit the jackpot. I remember thinking, oh my god, I got money, dog. Then, you know, you start having a life, you realize, it's not a lot of money. If I made $700 a week, then I'd be good. That's an extra $800 a month. Cool. I got the $700. Then I said, man, I need like $1,000 a week. Got to 1,000. Then I said, I need like 11, 12. Now I'm at 12. And I'm like, man, I need like $2,000 a week. Then I realized, I'm like, I need like 3,000. Really, I need like 10 grand a fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, actually, I need a lot more money than I fucking am giving myself. You know what? Maybe, just maybe, I'm being a lazy fucking bitch and there's more that I could tap into. And maybe there's more harder work I could do. Maybe I could go way harder. But instead, I've been programmed to think that 40 hours a week is hard work. Maybe I don't know what hard work is. Maybe what we consider hard work is nothing to the hard worker. And that's why I'm about to work 6-7 days a week at this job and go get a day shift and live stream once or twice a day and make a YouTube video once or twice a week to upload and do a side hustle, right? Because that is how you really start to stretch it. And when you're working your ass off, you don't got time to spend money, all right? You don't have time to bullshit. Like me, I want to get into meal prepping. I'll try to find companies. Okay, well, it'll cost me $250 a week for this meal company. I don't have that. Oh, if I want it perfect, it's gonna cost me $350. Ooh, that's a lot of money, but it saves me time. Well, if I made $3,000 a month, I could say, you know what? I'll take that expense and do it because now I can afford it and it don't hurt me. And now, you know what? I'm still saving so much fucking money and time and energy. I'm eating healthier. I'm feeling better. I'm supplementing. I'm exercising. I'm doing everything I need to do. And now, so this is a famous quote. Poor people give their time for money. Rich people pay people so they can save their time. And I kind of butchered that. But pretty much the thing is, I give you my time in exchange for money, and rich people give their money exchange for time. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So that's how you have to think. Now, going back to that comment, if you've been applying your ass off and it's not working, even if you got your endorsements, don't give up. Don't give up. Be relentless. You gotta be relentless. It took me 6 months to get a job at AmeriGas. It took me so long to get my fucking foot in the door. It was pathetic. I wanted to give up. I was thinking of going doing plumbing. I was thinking of doing this and doing that because it wasn't working out for me. But I stayed hungry. I stayed grinding, putting 10, 20 apps in a day. It got to the point where companies were fucking calling me I was applying at the same company every week to the point where there was no Indeed ad I didn't apply for. I got calls every day. Oh my God, yes, you got a good license, endorsements, we'll take you. Oh, you don't got the experience. Bullshit, right? So I just kept grinding and eventually I got my chance. That's why I tell my young kings, I tell my young fucking kings, feel you, bro. Listen, I tell my young kings, go get the Class B job. this is why, all right? So say you go drive a dump truck and you have a Class A, right? This guy's been here. He has a Class B, and he's here. He's here after 5 years of driving the dump truck. Class B operator. You got a Class A right out of school. You're right there with him. If not, you're a little bit better because you could do more. You're allowed to do more. So you know what that means? You're already at the top of the Class B position. So I tell people, yo, you get out of school with a Class A, kill your fucking ego. That kept me out of a job for so long because I was like, fuck that. I'm driving 53s. I'm a Class A guy. I'm not doing Class B. And all that did was fucking make me have no money and be miserable and get a bunch of letdowns. So go get the Class B job. They'll hire you immediately. They don't care about experience because you're overqualified for the position. And then give yourself a year, 6 months to a year with the Class B job, because then you're behind the steering wheel of a commercial vehicle. So now you're cheaper on insurance policies as a driver for that Class A company. And when they want to give you a shot, they'll say, well, he's cheaper on the policy. He does have experience. And he has been behind the road for a year and he hasn't crashed and killed anybody or got any points on his license. So if anything, he'll probably be fine. And then there you go. And then they do training, and before you know it, you know what the fuck to do. And that's it, bro. That's why I'm Unplugged Preston. I expose the truth and nothing but the truth. And the truth is, when you get out of school, nobody's going to hire you unless you go to Western Express, Prime, Swift, big-ass companies that aren't going to pay you shit, that are going to keep you away from your friends and your family and your children and your dogs, you know? And truthfully, I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better just to do local. And I was going to go to Warner. That was the company, out of all the companies that came to my school, that was the company I was going to go to. The problem with Warner, and if you do regional, it's good, but they're going to tell you you'll be home on the weekends. They fucking lying to you. You're not going to be home on the weekends. Sometimes people get lucky. Most of the time, they don't. Truthfully, you'll probably get done late on a go home, take your boots off, have your Saturday, and they calling you by Saturday talking about, yeah, be here in the morning to grab your truck and a load on Sunday morning. Like, you get a 32-hour reset, understand that is your weekend. That is your weekend. Soon as that 32 hours up, they expect you back in that fucking truck, bro. So, you going to sleep, fuck your girl, that's it. That's it, bro. It's not fun. And then with Warner, you got to watch it because you got that Dollar General account. What they like to do is get new drivers in there. And these trucks, these 53s are not supposed to be going to Staten Island and fucking going to a Dollar General and unload it. They want you to unload that whole 53 by yourself, and they'll say the employees will help you. Those lazy ass motherfuckers make $10 an hour. You think they're gonna fucking unload a truck when they think you're making all this money? Hell no. So you're gonna be doing all this fucking work, and you're going to be put in situations where you're not experienced. You're driving this big ass 53, and you got to try to alley dock it where there's no alley dock and reverse it. And I've watched videos where dudes made a good amount of money, lost their license, had to go to Western Express, or got so many points on their license, they had to go to Western Express because they kept backing in the fences and little gates and shit. Because truthfully, they're supposed to have that trailer get took somewhere and they unload it into a smaller box truck and that person go take it to that Dollar General and they unload it. But no, they want to save mucho, right? So they're not going to do that. Hell no. They're not fucking doing that shit. What they're going to do is get your dumb ass to do it and say, oh, we'll give you 110 grand a year. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you'll make some money. But, man, there's probably a 10% out of 100 that actually keep that job and don't fuck their license up. So my thing is, your license is your money maker, so you really don't want to fuck it up. So go get the Class B job, get the experience, and then find a local company like I did, and you'll still make good money and be home every day, and it's easy. I got like the best job right now because all I do is drive overnight. Then I have off the whole day. I get done tonight. I'll be done tomorrow, and I have off Friday, Saturday, and I don't go into Sunday night. That's almost like a 3-day weekend for me. Now, granted, I'm motivated as fuck, so I'm like, I want to work every day like an idiot. But that's because I'm so hungry to be successful, you know? And I know if I don't put the work in now, where the fuck is that fire coming when I'm 50, when I'm 60? That shit's done. This is the time to do it now. They say the best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time to start is right now. Right now. So get after it, Kings. Get fucking after it. Let's fucking go. Get after that shit, man. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to fucking rescue you. It's up to you, bro. It's up to you to make your fucking dreams come true. And guess what? We all gotta start from fucking somewhere. You're welcome, bro. Everyone needs this shit. I need it. This is venting for me. This is, you know, RIP my mic. I'm sorry, bro. But this is venting for me. This is how I get, you know, this is how I like, all right, like when I have advice, right? When I know something, I keep it in my head, but it doesn't resonate for me. Yep, you versus you. But guess what? When I tell it to somebody, then it resonates. When I write it down in my journal, then it resonates. So I've learned for me, in my experience, I have to put it out there in the universe to other people, and that's how I gain that power. And when I hold it and bottle it up inside, it doesn't work. That's why I'm made to make content. That's why I am a content creator at heart, because I'm made to talk to people. That's my gift. That's the Lord gave me this gift. That's why I can come on here and naturally do it and flow. And not one person could be on this motherfucker. 4 people on here. It don't matter. It could be 1,000,000 people on here. I'm giving the same energy the whole fucking time. And that's because it's my God-given gift. You know, that's why I want to work my ass off and do so much, because I'm like, you know what? If I was working a day shift and doing a night shift, guess what? That would just be me having to make more live streams, make more trucking videos. That would just give me more and more opportunity to go harder and harder and harder. You know what I'm saying? You know? But that would just give me the opportunity to sit back and say, well, you know what, bro? Let's live stream once or twice a day when we're driving. Let's talk to people. Let's help people out. Somebody just said, I needed this. Well, guess what? That's fucking awesome. You know, I just helped somebody. I just helped somebody. That's what the fuck it's for. I'm here to serve you. I'm not here to debate you and argue with you or tell you what you need. Like, well, maybe I'll tell you what you need to know or put you in the right direction, but I'm not here to debate and argue with you and act like I'm better than you. Fuck no. I ain't shit. I'm here to fucking inspire, motivate you, and serve you. That's my gift, right? There's famous sayings out there where it's like that you'll be rich forever when you figure out how you can help, when you can help people. So if you can figure out how to help somebody, you're gonna be rich forever. Rich forever, bro. When you finally figure out a way where you're selfless and not selfish, that's when you win. When you finally let go of your ego and you finally take the stick out your ass, when you finally jump off the pedestal and you finally embrace who you are and your gift is to start helping people, that's when you get the reward and God starts helping you. It's when you're all about yourself. That's when you don't fucking win. That's when you lose in life. It's when you're all about yourself, bro. When everything's about you and how you feel, you'll never win. It's when you start worrying about how other people feel, and not, oh, he's fat and blah blah blah. Like, no, not like that. When somebody else is going through something and you can help them, it's in your power to help them. That's when you win, bro. And it's not by kissing the ass and being a fucking a parent to them or holding their fucking hand. It's giving them a service. It's an act of love, right? And that right there is how you always will win in this world, guys. You always fucking win. Especially when your ass realizes that you get one life. Like, nothing is promised in this world but death. Not promised that your girl won't cheat on you, not promised that your child won't die, not promised that your dog's not going to die, promise that you won't crash that brand new car, promise that you won't get in a fight and get beat the fuck up, promise that you won't go to jail for the rest of your life. None of that shit is promised. All the niggas promise is death. Death, my G. So, wake the fuck up. Unplug yourself. Get out of it. Get out of the simulation. You're Neo with a tube down your throat in the Matrix. But you know there's something bigger out there. There's something that's telling you to be inspired. There's something that's telling you to get after it and do something with yourself. Like, when you look at yourself in the mirror, do you see imperfections? Do you feel like you're overweight? Do you feel like you don't have a nice smile? Do you feel like your hair is not nice? But do you know that deep down you could change it, but you don't? That's God telling you you can. When you work hard and you feel like, damn, I deserve better. I know my worth. That's God telling you, yo, you're worth more. But nobody's gonna tell you that shit. Nobody's gonna hold your hand, bro. You gotta fucking make that shit happen. And the only one that's listening is him. Only one. Only one that cares is him. You know? So you gotta get inspired to get out here and get after it. You know? And guess what? Motivation is fleeing. You know, you can watch a bunch of videos, be fired up for a little bit. You can go on this live chat, be fired up, but chat, it's only going to last for so long. So you got to understand that consistency is everything, but without motivation, it is hard to be consistent. Because let's be real, when you're consistent and you lose motivation and you don't see you're not getting the reward. Guess what, bro? Guess what? It's hard. You're gonna fall the fuck off, bro. I've done it so many times, but I'll tell you this: when you change your mindset and you start realizing you're choosing your purpose over pleasure, that will always. That's why it's so important to have gatherings and awakenings. That's why I tell people, yo, write in a journal. Yo, read a book, bro. Go walk in nature. Eat healthy food. Listen to harmonizing music. Every night before I go to bed, and it's technically in the daytime, I put on 440 hertz. 440 hertz. You go on Apple, anywhere, and find this shit. It's just meditation music. Close your eyes and go to sleep to that. You'll wake up on a higher frequency. Humans are frequency, we're electric pulse. So you're listening to Pooh Shiesty and Future. I love their music. I love Drake's music, but that shit is not good for the soul, my guy. That shit ain't. You know what's so crazy? I listen to headbanger rock music, hip hop, like to the core. To the core. I never liked country. I always thought country was corny. And then I was going through some shit, and I was only listening to harmonizing music, and a country song came on, and I was listening to it, and I was like, you know what? Now I understand country, and I like country. Why? Because country has something that's good. That tone, that melody is good for the soul. Some of the lyrics aren't, right? I don't want to hear about the truck and drinking whiskey. That shit, the lyrics are what'll fuck you up. But just that harmonizing sound, that tempo, I'm like, this is why people listen to country. You know what I mean? This is why people listen to country. It's because you're so stressed out and you work so hard that you need something that is a vibe of positivity. That's why people bang country. Now I understand. Now I'm like, yeah, I do want to go to a country concert and get drunk. Because I know the vibe is there. All these bad bitches in boots and shit. You drinking and you listen to nothing but it's just soulful. It's kind of soulful. You know, it really is. It really fucking is. And then when I'm angry or I'm in the gym and I want to get evil, I listen to that grudge. I listen to that Deftones. I listen to that hard shit, that raw shit, something that just makes you want to, you know? And then when I'm in my swagging mode and I feel like that bull, I want to listen to that Future and that Drake and I want a little baby and I want to be like, yeah. Then when I'm on my, oh man, I'm on the go. I'm on the go. I want to listen to Suicide Boys and Freddie Dredd and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like I listen to all types of fucking music, and then when I'm on my churchy shit and I'm listening to vibe music, but I want to listen to something, I put on that country, that soulful shit where you're on the grind, you're working your ass off, and you in your thoughts, and you just want. That's what I vision country. When I listen to country, I think like this is for when you're working your ass off and you in your thoughts, and you just want something to kind of heal you a little bit, something to like. You know what I mean? Something to keep you in that zone a little bit. So for me, I'm really open. I'm unplugged. I really am optimistic. I listen to it all. And I've learned too, like I come on here and I talk a lot, but I'm learning when I get around people and I have interactions, I'm learning to stop talking and listen. Even if I have my own thoughts, even if I'm judging their thoughts and I'm like, they're doing this wrong, or I could do this. I'm starting to learn, yo, you don't need to talk. Because when you talk, people listen and you want your words to hold value. So I'm going to come on here and pop my shit and talk, right? Because I'm trying to help you guys out. But when I'm getting around people, I'm not talking like that anymore. And I'm a chatter. I chat all day long. I'm a chat boy at heart. But now I'm learning, yo, be quiet. Let your words hold weight. Listen to people more. Don't be so quick to respond. Take a second. Pause for a second before you respond. Yeah, my close friends, yeah, I'll chat them off because that's what it is. It's the vibe, right? That's the energy. We just geeking out and shit. I don't have to be like that. But when I meet a new girl or I meet a new person, I try to be more like refined a little bit. Take a second, take a second. And get this money. Get this fucking money, guys. Like right now, I'm live streaming. I worked 12 and a half hours yesterday. I drove local 483 miles and hooked up and unhooked 7 times. Busted my fucking ass. I started at 10. I got home. I got off the clock at 10:30. I had 20 minutes left on my 11-hour shift with a 30-minute reset. All right, and I live streamed in the morning. I also made a whole entire YouTube video, right? And I'm driving with DEF light on, fucking check engine light on, coolant level critically low, going off every 3 seconds. And guess what? I'm happy as fuck. With a hot load in the back, knowing that if this bitch don't get there by 1 o'clock, ooh, that's my ass. That's my ass, boys. But you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm on my purpose. God got me. I'm going to get there with no problem. So never stress shit you can't control. Never stress shit you can't control. Don't worry about the future. Don't focus on the fucking past. Learn from it, but don't focus on it. And try to treat every day like you're going to die tomorrow. So you leave nothing on the table. Nothing on the table. Nothing on the fucking table. And if you do that, you're going to have a bright ass future, my G. And yes, 7 loads is wild. When you doing doubles, people say, oh, doubles is easy. I'm like, listen, motherfucker. It's easy until you dropping 2 trailers, dropping a dolly, rehooking a dolly, taking that dolly, dropping that dolly to a trailer, going and finding another trailer, the trailer you need, hooking that trailer up, hooking up 2 glad heads, a landing gear, raising a landing gear, an electrical line, taking that, reversing that back, hooking up a dolly to the hitch on that trailer, reverse, get back in the truck, reverse that into the double, all right, pull it forward, make sure it's good, and then hooking up 2 more sets of glad hands, which is 4 more, and then another electrical line, another fucking landing gear, and then doing a pre-trip and doing your trip buddy. And do that 7 fucking times, in and out, plus driving over 400 miles at nighttime, 3 in the morning, tired as hell. I laugh when people say that because I'm like, I don't think you realize how fucking annoying that shit can get and how tiring that can get. But you know what? When you're fired up and you're on your purpose, you don't give a shit. When you're working your ass off, when you're working your fucking ass off and you're doing the right thing, there's like a reward. My grandmother told me this. You know what, Preston? When you're working your ass off and you have a hard day and you feel like you want to give up, she's like, just remember, there's a reward in your heart. And I'm gonna be honest, she's right. And look, I'm deaccelerating, so yep, we low on def now. I am going up a hill though. Hopefully I don't. No, I would not recommend night driving as your first job. Only because you're not going to be good at reversing and hooking up and seeing seeing shit, seeing signs, know what to be aware of, what to look for, what to do. So no, get some experience in daytime because nighttime driving can be scary as fuck. And if you don't have the experience, you can get yourself in a pickle really bad. So no. Do not do that. Now, if that's all you can take, take it, but just be prepared. You know what I mean? And driving doubles is good. Right now, I'm making 11.35 bring home. You know, 11.35 bring home. Um, it's not a lot of money, but it's over a stack a week. So whatever. I ain't over here bragging. Listen, I'm Unplug Preston. I tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Like, I ain't balling. I ain't balling. My car note is $765 a month. My mom lives with me at my trailer because she lost her job, so she had to come in my guest bedroom. Um, so she paid $500. My lot rent's about $1,100 a month. You know what I mean? I got insurance. I got food. On some G shit, I be left with like $250 a week to survive. After I fill the tank, get a haircut, I got $100 in my pocket, bruh. You know what I mean? I ain't balling by no fucking means, bruh. But that's why I'm so inspired, because I'm like, I make enough money to pay all my bills and have a couple of dollars to my name. If I just got another fucking job, bro, if I just got another fucking job and stack that, if I just worked another day or two at this company, that'd be the difference. Coming on here and making YouTube videos, going live, that'd be the fucking difference. From you make $1,100 a week and you struggling to now you're making $2,000 a week. Okay, bro. Well, now you could save $1,000 a week. You ain't struggling no more. Well, how did you do that, Preston? Oh, you just took the initiative to say, you know what? I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be G with you. Fuck it. I put an extra 40 hours in a week. That extra 40 is what changed it for me. You know? And yeah, I got a hot shot. Literally right now, my motherfucking truck is going 35 miles an hour up this hill. I'm pretty sure I'm out of DF, and that's why I'm driving so slow. I got my critical bullshit. Pretty much my coolant is low, and it won't shut the fuck up. And I'm supposed to be doing 70, and I'm doing 35 from the right. But it's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good. Fuck it. And if I don't get there by 1 o'clock, that's my ass. But at the end of the day, yo, daytime bitch decided she don't want to fill up the fucking truck for me. You know, my boss don't give a shit. She's like, that's the nighttime guy. And guess what? Sometimes I don't fill that shit up because I'm like, listen, motherfucker, I don't got time. Y'all running this shit out of me. Where the fuck do I get a chance to fuel up? Right? It's a doggy dog world, my G. It's a doggy dog world. Now we picking up some speed because we about to go downhill. Thank God. But you know what? Positivity is all you got. You can't really do much in this world, bro. Can't really do much. But be positive. Because I'm one of those people, I be negative as fuck in my head. And that shit does nothing for me. But you know what I learned? Is when I'm chasing my purpose and I'm doing what I gotta do, even if I'm tired, even if I'm angry, irritated, miserable, when I'm proud of myself, my mood is still good. I'm still good. It's when I'm sitting around looking on TikTok or not making a YouTube video, not making enough money, whatever. That's when I'm fucking miserable and depressed, chasing some girl, trying to get validations from this chick. That's when I'm sad, bro. That's when I fucking hate who I am. It's when I'm getting after that shit, bro. That's when I'm like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, motherfucker. You the fucking shit. Fuck these hoes. Fuck this job. Fuck them haters. Boy, keep grinding. Keep shining like a diamond. Fuck these motherfuckers, man. You could be alright. I'm just checking my G. You know? But that's when I truly feel the most alive, is when I'm getting after it. Like, think about it. If you woke up every day, you drank a gallon of water, you went to walked in nature for an hour with your dogs, you listened to some harmonizing music, you read a book, a couple chapters, you wrote in your journal a page or two, you went to the gym, you worked out, you fucking sat in a sauna, you sat in a steam room, you sat in a jacuzzi, you jumped in a cold plunge, you ate perfect food, perfect nutrition, healthy food that helps your brain, helps your inflammation, helps your digestion. You took supplements to help your heart, help your kidneys, help your liver. Then you went and worked all day and bust your ass. You had money in the bank. Boy, you not telling me you're not going to feel good. You're going to feel so proud of yourself. You're not going to care if a bitch gives you time. You're not going to care if you're 5'5". You're not going to care if your dick's 5 inches. You're not going to care if you don't have a perfect smile. You're not going to care if you're going bald. You're not going to care if your car got a ding and a scratch in it. You're not going to give a fuck. You're not going to give a shit. You're going to start realizing, yo, you making life what the fuck it is, and you grabbing the fucking bull by the horns, and you making that motherfucker. Because let me tell you, these bitches don't need as much as they say they do. That's why you never listen to what a girl wants. You always look at and watch what she reacts to. The girl will say, I want flowers and a guy who's gentle and sweet. But then why every guy she fuck with never bring her flowers and be fucking her like a porn star and barely messaging her? You know what I mean? It's like, because that's not what she reacts to. Self-consciously, she reacts to something different. But in her brain, that battle in her brain is telling her that she needs something different. You know what I mean? That's why I always try to tell people, and I tell myself this 24/7. And anything I tell y'all, I'm just telling it to myself. I'm just preaching it out loud so I can put it in the universe to give me more, more feedback. Because if I keep it bottled in, it don't hit the same. When I let it out, I write it down, I make a video, and it fucking magnify. I could just instantly fucking soak it up and realize that it is the truth. And that's why you need to talk to people and open up, because a lot of us battle with demons and shit, and we have negative thoughts about ourselves. And if you stop being a bitch and stop being scared to tell people, and you just open up and tell people, I fucking promise you, when you hear you say it out loud to somebody, not only are they going to give you the feedback, and you're going to realize that you're overreacted, or they think you are, you're going to realize this is fucking stupid. And you're gonna be like, that's not me. That sounds fucking crazy. Like, once I say that out loud, that sounds fucking stupid. Like, I would never do that. I would never think that. And then you realize that the hardest battle in this world is that motherfucker in here. In here. That battle in the brain, bro. That fucking battle every day. You gotta go to war with yourself. Because that motherfucker wants you to be comfortable and be lazy. So I always tell people, the devil wants you to be comfortable and be relaxed and be chill and scroll on TikTok and, oh yeah, working out is too much work, or, oh, you don't have enough time to meal prep and eat healthy, That's the devil. God's the one who's like, nah, struggle, motherfucker. Feel that pain. Feel that pain. Feel it. Yeah. Ooh, I want you to feel it, because I'm making a man out you. I'm making character. You are developing character that you're going to be able to take for the rest of your life. What happens when your mom dies? Your dad dies. Hopefully nobody's parents died. My dad's deceased, so I can relate. But what happens when your dad dies or your mom dies? Are you going to be mentally able to fucking even gather your thoughts and keep it moving? Are you going to be able to gather your thoughts if something happens to your child, or your girl dumps you, or your parent dies, or you lose a loved one, a friend? Are you going to be able to mentally even be able to control that shit, bro? Or are you so fucking weak you can't even fucking put your phone down for an hour? You're so fucking weak you can't even fucking meal prep and eat the same food. You're so fucking weak you can't even go to the gym. You're so fucking weak you can't even put more than 40 hours in a week. How the fuck are you ever going to be strong at anything? How are you ever going to be brave? How are you ever going to be anything, bro? You can't even do that. And this isn't talking down to nobody. No, this is to inspire and motivate you to realize you got fucking more. There's more potential in you. There's more going on in you, bro. There's more that you have to give. You gotta believe that nobody's actually sit here and believe in you, right? Nobody's there when you're in the gym. Nobody's there when you're alone writing in a journal. Nobody's there when you're working by yourself. Nobody's there, bro. Nobody's there. It's only you. There's one person in the audience clapping for you, and that's you. But one day you'll sell out arenas and they'll all clap for you, my G. And that day isn't here yet, but it is coming. It is coming. So lock the fuck in. Take the bull by the horns. Don't be scared to fail, because you're not a loser if you fail. You're a loser if you never fucking try. All right? Only a loser is somebody who's too chicken shit to try, or it's too hard so they don't try. That motherfucker's a loser. Get him the fuck away from me. The guy that's relentless and fails but keeps failing, but is still trying, he's not a loser. He's not taking an L, he's taking a lesson. And when you taking lessons, bro, you only gonna get better. Just like the CDL shit. Man, I'll never forget, I went and took the test, failed that shit, got a 60. Got a fucking 60, right? I studied for 3 weeks, I went back, I got a 60 and failed again. But me being relentless and saying I'm gonna do it again and not give up my first time, the lady goes, oh, you know what? You can come back tomorrow. I said, I thought it was once a week. No, you can come back every day, every 24 hours. I said, oh, I work down the streets. You know what I did? I went every day to the DMV. Even I would go there and purposely fail that shit. I didn't give a fuck. It wasn't about if I passed it at that point. It was about, am I relentless and do I have the balls to keep doing this shit until I pass it? And once I fucking passed that shit, I was so proud. I was like, oh my God, I passed. I passed all 3 tests. Like, I fucking did it. I got fired the next day at Penske. Fired the next day at Penske because God was like, you know what? I see that it's going to be too much for you to work and get this CDL. I'm going to fire you, and somehow you're going to get the money, and you're actually going to go, and you're going to be a CDL driver. 2 months later, I was in school. A month later, I had my commercial license. All off that relentlessness. All off me just saying, I'm going to do this. I don't care how stupid, how dumb, how much I suck, how much I can't. I'm too scared. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And nobody going to tell me I can't, because if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it, because my word is my bond, and I ain't breaking that shit for nobody. And that mindset right there will take you. It'll take you forever, bro. It'll take you forever. But you got to have that fucking mindset, that dog, that hunger to say, you know what, motherfucker, I'm going to get after it. I'm going to get after it. I'm going to make it happen. I don't need nobody to hold my hand. Don't got to give me nothing. I'll work for it. My boy's dad was from Israel. He's Armenian. RIP, passed away from colon cancer a couple years back. He is an immigrant. Now, let me tell you a fucking inspiring story about this guy. So he was an immigrant, worked his ass off over there, made no money. And he was legal. He did it the right way. He didn't go and sneak in. He got a visa and all that. He did it the right way. He was an actual American citizen after he took his time. But let me tell you how relentless this guy was. This guy would wake up every day 5 in the morning with no job. He did that his whole entire life, drank coffee, got after it, went to bed at 8:30 at night, every night, faithfully, didn't give a fuck what happened. My G, what's up? And he went to a security company because he found out that installing security cameras made good money. So he went there and he's like, listen, they go, you got no experience. You got no electrical experience. Like, yeah, of course he was a handy guy, so he knew how to change an outlet and little shit that he could research in a book. Like, he read books, right? So he could learn through a book, but he just had knowledge through a book, right? This is 30, 40 years ago. And the guy goes, man, I don't know if I could take a shot for you. He goes, you know what? I'll work 1 week for free. You don't got to pay me $1. You don't got to give me a fucking handout. You don't got to do nothing. 1 week I will give my time to you. You don't got to pay me nothing. And in 1 week you think I'm not cut out for this? You don't even have to fire me. I'll walk away with a smile. Just give me the opportunity. Don't give me a fucking handout. All I'm asking for is a chance. Don't even pay me. That guy said, you're fucking hired. That guy ended up being a fucking millionaire. My boy's dad. Millionaire. Why? Because he was so relentless. That boss said, I've never had somebody come in here and tell me don't do anything, anytime, any place. No job is big enough. No job is hard enough. I will do anything you tell me to do. I will work for free. Just give me the chance. That guy was so inspired. He gave him the fucking job right on the spot. That guy back in 25 years ago was making over 100 grand a year. And 100 grand, 6 figures, making $140,000 a year and fucking 1990, that was bread, bro. That was fucking money. But it was all because he was inspired. It was all because he was putting his purpose before his pleasure. And that's my motivator. I've fucked up and done a lot of dumb shit and put pleasure before my purpose so much of my fucking life, man. It has really done no benefits for me. It has really cooked me. And now I won't do it anymore. I won't do that shit anymore. I'm putting my purpose first. I got a girl I'm talking to. She's in love with me. She's like, "Oh, I just want you all to myself." And I said, "I don't know if I can give what you want to you." And she's like, "Well, what do you mean? Like you don't like me?" "No, I like you. You good. We already fucked. The pussy was fire." But let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. I'm so inspired to work. I'm working 7 days a week. I'm working 14 hours a day, 16 hours a day. I'm still figuring out a way to go to the gym. I'm figuring out how to meal prep. I'm figuring out how to make YouTube videos. I'm figuring out how to go live stream. I'm figuring out how to go so fucking hard. Bitch, where the fuck do you fall in place? Where do you fall in place in my life? You know? And she's like, "Oh, well, I mean, I love that you're inspired. I love that. I want to be a part of that." And I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm like, "Well, let's what? If I don't work my ass off, how am I going to move you in? How am I going to buy a house? How am I going to buy a car? How you don't even got a car? How am I going to buy you a car? How am I going to take care of you? How are you going to be a stay-at-home wife? I got to work my ass off, bitch. And you go ahead and accept that if I only text you a couple of times a fucking day and I call you every couple of days and I hang out with you once a week, accept it. To be with me, you're going to have to accept that, guess what? I'm going to put my purpose before pleasure, and you, my sweetie, are pleasure. Okay? Another thing, too, is I'm not a one-man band. I don't think I can ever be fully monogamous with anyone. That person would have to be so fucking sexy, so hot, so loving, so caring, so supportive, everything in one, and I would have to put a ring on my finger to not be a dog. So, sweetie, I'll take care of you. I'll come home to you every night. But I'm fucking bad bitches. When I got my opportunity, I'm hitting hoes. I'm hitting hoes. I don't care. You know, I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, like, I get one life. So, like, you could be the baddest bitch, but there's another bad bitch around the corner. So I'm going to have multiple. You know, and especially if I'm making big bands, I'm making big money, and I could say, bitch, you can stay home, sit home with the kids, and go to Starbucks and Target all day, and get your nails and feet done, and don't have to pay a bill, and you in a brand new car. Yeah, bitch, I'm fucking other bitches. Now, if you want to go 50-50, and you want to put up bread too, and you're going to still be a girl who works, but you're loyal and you take care of me and you sucking and fucking when I need it, and you holding me down when life is stressful, yeah, I'll be solid for you. But that's very hard. I had it. It was so perfect. I wish that girl would be mine, but she blocked me. She hates me. I'm writing her love letters and sticking them on her car. I know she hates me because I didn't fucking been a dog. And that's bad. And I fucked up a good thing I had with a good person. But it's my quest of wanting to get more out of life that I get that girl and I'm like, I could have a badder bitch, a fatter ass, a tighter waist, a prettier face, you know? It's like, but that's the nature of men, right? Men are conquerors. Why did Alexander the Great have a castle, a queen, a princess, minions, a fortress, draw on a map and say, "Yo, take 100 soldiers and go there, kill everything and make it ours"? Why? Because motherfuckers always want to conquer. We always are going to want to chase better. A man has to want more out of life. A man has to want to constantly chase and chase and chase and chase and be better. And those are the guys that get the girls. Those are the guys that drive the Ferrari. Those are the guys that are Instagram famous, right? Those are the guys that are millionaires and can do whatever the fuck they want. It's that hunger to never be satisfied and content to always want more. So it's very hard when I love a girl, but then I go to the mall and I see 10 girls I love. I've seen my dream girl 5 fucking times already. Yo, it's very hard to tell, it's very hard to tell me, yo, you're going to be with one girl your whole life. That's very hard. That's very hard for me to accept. That's why I say, if I could get that girl back, I'd still hit shit. She knows. I told her. I mean, she knew. I told her off the rip. But since I've done what I've done, I don't think I could ever have her back. If I could, and she give me a chance, I would. I'd be as good as I can be for her. I'm not perfect, but I try my best. You know, I would make sure that through the hard work that I put in, that I would take care of her. That would be my thing. Is baby, I'm still gonna fuck girls every once in a while, but you know what, baby? I'll make sure your bills is paid and you're taken care of. And she respected that, but I didn't hold up to that end of the part because I was too lazy. I was too comfy. Well, she makes money and I make money, and like I'm good. Like I want free time with her. Fuck that free time shit. I got time for that. I got time to lay up with some bitch, lay up with some girl and talk about my feelings. What the fuck is that doing for my future? What is that doing for my purpose? Am I going to be fucking successful and rich? Am I going to be able to retire at 45 and go travel the world and have beautiful kids and watch them grow every day? I didn't have a dad growing up, right? So, like, for me, I want to have a child and I want to sit there. I'm not Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate thinks it's gay to watch your kids grow up. Fuck what he says. I love Andrew Tate, but I'm not agreeing with that bullshit. I don't think that's gay or none of that. I want to see my motherfucking baby every second. I want to be around my child every moment. I want to see them grow from a baby to a man. Because that's something that I want to do. That's on my bucket list. So I want to be there with my girl and my kid. I wanna have that. And the only way I can have that is by working so fucking hard that I find a girl that goes, yo, you are that boy. You're the man. I will have your babies. I will have your children. Because you know why? You're so fucking motivated, inspired. I really want the guy that has so much purpose and so much drive and so much confidence. It also looks good and it's in physical shape, that has a nice car and a crib, right? But once they see that in a guy and you have that confidence and you can actually do things for them that no other guy can, bro, those girls will fall in love. Like, imagine you go in the mall, you find the most beautifulest girl, you got money and everything, and you're able to confidently be like, excuse me, what's your name? I'm going to cut right to the chase. I think you're beautiful. Let me get your number. And she says, oh, and then you talk to her, you text her, and she's like, oh, and she doesn't really like you like that. She thinks you're cute, but she doesn't know you, right? She doesn't feel the vibes. And then all you got to do is just get this girl to come meet you one time. I'll pick you up. Oh, pick me up. Where are we going? It's an adventure. And now you done planned this whole date and took her to a bunch of different shit. You didn't have to spend a lot of money, but it was the thought that counted. And on top of that, you have the money that you can pull up and show her something different. And now she's like, holy shit, I've never had a guy pull up, have flowers, pull up in a fucking nice ass car, took me fucking to this place and in that place, and then had dinner, then had drinks. Oh, I fucked him the first night. Oh yeah, I fucking swallowed his fucking cum in the backseat of his car. Because guess what? That motherfucker made me wet. He was so mysterious and so confident and charming and so serious. It was like, damn, I don't know. I couldn't even think. I couldn't even have, because women make rules for guys they don't like and they break them for guys they do like. If you're that fucking guy good enough, let me tell you, that girl will fucking break those rules in a second. She'll be moving in, having your kid next week, getting married. Women do that shit because it's all feelings for them. If you make them feel a certain way, then in return, you can have them at your disposal. That's the sad reality. That's why it's 10% of men, really 1%, but 10% of men fucking all the girls. And that's why girls go, guys ain't shit. Well, once you figure out that women are disposable and you can have them as much as you fucking want, if you just know this, you can start running through them, right? But if you're one of those guys that listens to what girls say and don't go off what they react to, you go off what they say they want, well, then you're that guy. It's a frame on the wall. You're melting in the paint, bro. They look at you and they don't think anything of you. So they don't look at you and think you're desirable. But when you're that guy that has the money, the look, the sex appeal, the confidence, something about you just drives them fucking crazy. It drives them crazy. And once you drive a girl, no questions asked. No questions asked. So my thing is, I'm going to work so fucking hard and I'm going to get that beautiful girl back and she going to fucking be with me and I'm going to take care of her ass, or I'm going to take the L as I fuck that one up and I'm going to go harder and I'm going to get a better girl to replace her. That's it. I'm going to get a better girl to replace her, and that'll be her loss because she's never going to find a motherfucker like me again, and I promise you that. I put fucking my soul on that mother. She never gonna find another motherfucker like me again. And, you know, that's the price of being famous, right? That's the price of being a man. That's the price of being a go-getter, is you're going to make mistakes in the process. You're going to make mistakes in the process. Let me tell you, I have been talking to so many girls and going on so many dates, having so much one-night stands. It's sickening. It is fucking sickening to the point where I almost feel disgusted because it's that fucking easy. And once you realize how easy it is to get these girls and take them on a date and sleep with them and make them your girl, it starts to make you be like, damn, it's that fucking easy? Shit. Like, I gotta find me the right type of girl. This isn't the type of girl I should probably fucking be with. They're just giving it to me that fast. Fuck, I don't even know, man. Like, fuck, I want love. And then you start realizing, you go right back to thinking about that girl and you're like, man, that was the girl I should have been with because she would have loved me for nothing. But that's also the kicker. Having those girls that make you inspired, right? Because a woman should inspire you, bro. A woman should make you be like, oh, I'm not trying to lose her. Oh, I want her. Oh, I can't have her see me like that. You need that because that's inspiring and it's motivating to fire up your ass to always be like, nah, hell nah. She ain't gonna see me like that. Nah, fuck no. Right? But you gotta separate a gold digger too, right? You gotta separate the girl that only wants you because what you can offer. But understand that that's a product of the environment. That's a product of the game. Every girl's only gonna want you for what you have to offer. Now that could be your love, that could be your heart, that could be the way you talk to them, the way you treat them, or truthfully, that could be you have worked so hard that they just love that version of you. They just that's the guy that they dream of. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, in reality, the more I think about it, I'm like, a girl should want a guy with a six pack and a nice smile and nice hair and big muscles and money in the bank and is motivated with a nice car and a nice crib that can take care of her. That ain't a fucking gold digger. That's a bitch having standards that knows her worth and feels like she deserves that. And don't be mad because you can't be that, bro. Don't be fucking mad. Work harder. Just work harder. Because if you work harder, that will be you. And then you find that girl that doesn't need any of that, but she loves the person you are. That's just the extra salt on the steak, topping on the ice cream. That just makes it so much fucking better. That dude, no matter what, she is yours now, bro. She is yours. And that's a fucking vibe, bro. That's a fucking vibe, you know? But I pulled up to my terminal. Hey, pulled up to the terminal. It's telling me, yo, DF needs to be fueled, all that. Guess what? We made it, boys. So, I love y'all. I will be streaming in the morning. Hopefully I catch y'all. I really appreciate the chat. Answered some questions. Did more of my rant shit, but that's what I do. I come on here and serve my purpose and serve my people. So I love y'all, man. Make sure to unplug every motherfucking day. Never give up. Always chase your grind. Always get after it, bro. And guess what? If you like these kind of live stream motivation shit, then make sure, fuck you, slow down. Make sure that you guys keep watching these live streams. And I got a POV video coming of my experience driving these doubles and let you guys see a 12 and a half hour day and what the fuck it looks like live on camera. And we still got a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. That will be coming out in a couple months. So please be patient. Wait for it. It's coming. Till the next time. Peace. Love y'all. God bless. Go get after it.